there in distress at this body of mine. Catastrophic sub-symphony, rigid dichotomy, complex identity. It's not as simple as either or. I am both and I'm more. Most of all, I'm unsure. Social construct, if it is all made up, why do I give a fuck? I don't want to define myself by who I'm not, and I'm trying. This is my battle cry. Friday night, drinking boxed wine, alone in my apartment, blurring time. Thank you. It's Tuesday night and I'm drinking essentially 2 milk in a cup, which is just as good as wine. My name is Larsen. I'm really happy to be here. This is basically my first show, more or less, outside of Canada. I played a couple of random one-offs in America before, but never in the UK. So thanks for being here. It means a lot. Speaking of the UK, I don't really understand the way your phone numbers work. I understand that there's +44 or something like that. This next song is a long-distance love song, and the title of the song is the Montreal area code to the San Francisco area code, 514, yeah. And I don't know what the UK equivalent of that would be. I don't know if it would be like 44 to, I don't know. Tell me after. Wish the world would just stay still. 415-514. This feels different than before. A bell is rung. I'm slowly coming undone. I haven't brought myself to clear the mug from your last morning here. I'll top it up, pour myself another cup. Ships passing in the night, This one is about running into your ex for the first time post breakup. Yeah. Christening my new home, listening to Joni Mitchell's Blue. After Saturday I put it away, 'cause all I can hear is you. I'm better off on my own. I am lonely. Heat wave, gray day. Do I have to go outside? You walk 8 blocks, come over to say hi. You bring me a piece of dull green sea glass. Remiss to insist it's just a piece of trash. With one smooth syntax we could go back to the way that we once were. Hollowed out youth at Clark and Duluth, so much we have yet to learn. I'm better off on my own. I am lonely. How can I hold both of those as true? How can I still not be over you? I'm better off on my own. I am lonely. Thank you. So a funny thing happened with that song that's a great intro for the next song. Over the last 4 years, I have been basically relearning how to sing, and that is because I have been taking testosterone and becoming this, and thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I'm a trans guy and I take testosterone, hormone replacement therapy, which basically masculinizes me in more ways than one. My voice is like the clearest, I guess, result of that. And so over the last 4 years, I've basically been, trying to meet my past self where they were at and in the keys that they were singing in and writing in. And it's definitely a learning curve, so I think that was just the first time by accident that we played that song in that key. My bad. Yeah, it was good, yeah. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience as a singer because my voice is my main instrument, and I was saying to my new friend Chris over here earlier that I identify as a singer-songwriter, but I've always leaned really heavily on the songwriter part of that dichotomy, and that I love love writing songs, I love writing lyrics, and the singer part I've always been a little sheepish about. But in kind of relearning how to sing with this new voice, I think I've grown to appreciate my voice in a way that I never used to. But that took a lot of time. So this next song is about that. It's called Might. Woke up at 4:45 to start a fire outside and burn my alibis. Morning past versions of me wading through good grief, smoke circling the sky. I move through time, but somehow I'm exactly the same. Maybe it's time that moves through me, inviting change. My voice might get deep, I might bruise my knees. My voice might get deep, I might bruise my knees. I'll make my old stories new, saturate shades of blue and pretend I don't care. Trying to turn the clocks back, watch my shadow contract, a stranger with long hair. I move through time, but somehow I'm exactly the same. Maybe it's time that moves through me, inviting change. My voice might get deep, I might bruise my knees. My voice might get deep, I might bruise my knees. It's quite the life transition, this undercover mission. I'm calling my bluff. Am I gonna bet on this Russian roulette? I'm a gambler with bad luck. My voice might get deep, I might bruise my knees. My voice might get deep, I might bruise my knees. Thank you. So all the songs we played so far have been from an album that I put out in April called Blurring Time. Thanks. And the album is called Blurring Time because my intention in making it was kind of to do exactly that. To the passive average listener, it sounds like two different people, but both voices are mine. There's a high voice and a low voice, and I'm essentially I recorded it before transitioning, and then I waited until my voice dropped, and I decided to sing harmonies and octaves with myself. So yeah, it sounds like high voice, low voice, but they're both mine. So most of the songs we're going to be playing tonight are from that project. We're going to pivot for a song or two, though. This next song is from an album I put out, I guess 3 years ago. The album is about grief in its many shapes and sizes and forms, and the song is called Teenage Love. On your 50th birthday, I took you to Subway. I didn't know you didn't eat meat. You never heard a fly in your 19 years of life. You saw the good in everyone and everything. I thought I could alleviate the pain. The past tense will never suit the cadence of your name. You used to fit me like a glove. Now I'm searching for the fragile fragments of teenage love. Most of my songs are for you. There's not much else to say that's new. Tomorrow you'd be 22, and I'd find I'm still missing you and seeing you in everyone and everything. I thought I could alleviate the pain. The past tense will never suit the cadence of your name. You used to fit me like a glove. Now I'm searching for the fragile fragments of teenage love. Now I'm searching for the fragile fragments of teenage love. Give it up for my friend Ray Gowdy on guitar. He's so good, I still can't help but make little faces and be shocked at his beautiful playing. Okay. So I split my time between Toronto and Montreal. I grew up in Toronto and fell in love with a Quebecois person. So now I'm there pretty full time, And to capture said Quebecer's heart, I gave songwriting in French a whirl. Are there any French speakers in the crowd? I'm interested to see whether you understand my like botched Quebecer accent. Assuming you don't speak Quebecer French.
Yeah, but I think maybe.
You do? Oh, damn. Okay, so be nice in that case. Quand je suis moi et tu et toi, je ne sais où va mon chemin, mais je marche mieux quand ma main tient la tienne. Et puis tout va bien. La première fois qu'on s'est rencontrés, c'est là où je crois je suis né. Confort dans les mots répétés, confiance qu'ils sont partagés. Ta poésie partout, également forte et douce. Depuis la mi-juillet, je tripe sur la file du potier. Mon cœur est fait d'argile. De t'aimer est si facile. Je me demande où tu es venu, les années de sagesse dans tes yeux. Le deuil est devenu ton ami, parle-moi de ta nostalgie, ma chère Noah. Je veux faire partie de ta famille. Depuis la mi-juillet, je tripe sur la file du potier. Mon cœur est fait d'argile. De t'aimer est si facile. Thank you. My partner reminds me that I very rarely sing in front of mostly French-speaking crowds, and so they remind me that I have to translate that song, or at least do like a Spark Notes translation. And so the long and short of that one, which is called 143, is just I love you. My partner is traveling around in Japan right now, and I sometimes feel kind of bad when I'm on the road, and they're not. And now that I know that they're seeing like some of the most beautiful sights in the world and eating the best food in the world, I don't feel quite as bad. Mark, could I get a little bit more of my vocal in my monitor, please? Thank you. Colored cold sweater. You could say he was hiding from the weather. Though the storm did not subside, he still went outside. That night his eyes looked just like the Milky Way, and I sat there thinking of what not to say, and there he was, but where was she? Probably still dancing in Cole's moonlit dreams. I can't help wonder if he keeps a photograph of her in the back pocket of his jeans. Oh, it's so easy to lose the good memories. Sometimes the boys made things better when he felt stuck in November. Sorrow swept under the rug. Nostalgia is a dangerous drug. The wind could comprehend the state that Cole was in. Whispers of wisdom that made his head spin. And there he was, but where was she? Probably still dancing in Cole's moonlit dreams. I can't help wonder if he keeps a photograph of her in the back pocket of his jeans. Oh, and she was gone, but he was there, underneath the sweater that he always wears. He sewed his life into it seems. God only knows where it's been and all that it has seen. Oh, This next tune is called Questions, and it is kind of in part about those kind of friendships that are a little more one-sided than they ought to be. That kind of hangs when you come home and you're like, I don't think my buddy asked me a single question during that 3-hour hang. And not to air out my dirty laundry too much, but I kind of wrote this also about being friends with musicians, because sometimes I find, I think that Ray, myself, and Derek, who played such a freaking beautiful opening set, I like to think that we're all the exception and that we're super lovely musicians to be friends with, but sometimes musicians, we're a finicky bunch, and our heads can be a little far up our asses. So this is kind of an ode to being friends with tricky musicians that are not us. Mark, can I ask for one more request? Can I get less low-end mix in my monitor of my voice? Thank you. Start to spiral when you think of aging. Will you take off your armor, and is the fight worth the pain? Why do you think you ought to make up for lost time? When you speak in rhymes, you give yourself away. Why does Nana call me when she hears you on the radio? Vivid and visceral, I sing your song like an oath. I'm doing so much better than I was this time last year. But tell me how you are. They say objects and mirrors are closer than they appear. But I know you feel far. Do you believe in God when you ride in airplanes? And do you stop believing once you know you won't die? Where do you find inspiration? Has it always come easy? Do you pepper your poems with 2 truths and a lie? I'm doing so much better than I was this time last year. But tell me how you are. They say objects and mirrors are closer than they appear. But I know you feel far. How many photos have you taken of the moon? I'm gonna play a song about my brother Charlie, who is 20, and we've had a bit of a funny relationship over the last couple of years. I think we're pretty tight now, but that was not always the case. And I think this song will kind of tell you why. It's a funny thing, kind of becoming a guy and trying to shape my masculinity off of the dudes in my periphery. And much like musicians, dudes are sort of hard to be friends with sometimes, and just generally around. Um, I say that having made the conscious choice to become one, but you know, I think that transitioning for me has been both the antidote to my woes and sometimes also the poison. You know, how can I be a good thing that is pretty well known for sometimes being not? So yeah, that's this song. And speaking of my becoming a dude, I'm still very much you know, figuring out these low timbers of my voice, even though it's been a couple of years now. So thank you for bearing with me. And actually, we'll take the low end back in if you don't mind. Thank you, Mark, for bearing with me. My brother turned 17 a month ago. He's pretty decent as far as brothers go. Is there something I could say to help him out? Ask for consent, wash your hair and do not slouch. Does everybody in the room know who Jordan Peterson is? Okay, just needed to make sure. I wish he would put down the Jordan Peterson. Big words won't make you any more masculine. Who is my brother when all the lights are off? I hope he knows that there's strength in being soft. Will he change? Thank you. Yeah, Jordan Peterson is such a fucking joke in Canada that he needs no introduction ever, I don't think. But you know, didn't want to name drop with all of you being like, who's that? But I guess I'm not glad to know, rather, that he is of international fame. So this is both of our first times in the UK for music or just for visiting. Yeah, thanks. And I'm now at the point in my transition where I'm regularly being called back home bro and boss and man, but I've never really gotten mate. And over the last, like 48-ish hours that we've been here, I've gotten quite a few mates and a couple of bruvs. That's cool too. I'll take it all, really. That's what I'm writing about in my diary every morning. Okay, this is in some ways an old song, in some ways a new song. Either which way you slice it, it's coming out on Friday. Called Night Bus. A glass half full is too empty to make me forget what it was that kept me from telling you how I have felt all along. Every night is the same. I am stumbling and calling out your name. You'd think that by now I'd know my way back home. Instead I'm waltzing under streetlights with my shadow as she leads me back to safety. I'm just dancing with familiarity, forcing myself into slumber does not erase the ever-growing number of words that I wish that I could take back. I'm growing old, far too fast. I pray the taste of wine on my lips doesn't last till the morning when we might speak again. Cool. This next tune is one that I wrote when I was cooped up in quarantine. Fun fact, Montreal, where I live, had, I believe, the most rigorous lockdown restrictions of all of Canada during the sort of height of COVID. If you left your house, I believe, after 8 p.m. and before 5 a.m., you ran the risk of getting like a bajillion-dollar fine. So I was cooped up at home quite a bit and was just really missing spontaneity and meeting new people. And I thought, how great is it going to be when the world opens up a little bit again, to be able to meet wonderful new people who will change my life in all these beautiful ways, and I don't even know who they are yet. So from that came this song, which is called People Who Mean So Much to Me. 2 nights before I flew out west, I went to my friend's show. When she walked out on stage, she was followed by someone I didn't know. Completely captured by the stranger's melodies, I wondered what would happen if they made music out of me. Everyone I've never met has shaped me in some way. And if that night I was a moth, the stranger was a flame. Isn't it lovely to think I'll keep meeting people who mean so much to me? Last year I worked at a bar, stays open until 3. My favorite regular was an old man who lost his memory. And I read hundreds of stories from the lines on his face. I began to understand there are some things time cannot erase. Sometimes I still see him in the streets of Outremont. He never recognizes me, but I still stop to talk to him. Isn't it lovely to think I'll keep meeting people who mean so much to me? Once a week I meet with a kid and teach him how to write songs. Today he told me he was gay and wants to come out to his mom. He asked me if I'd help him string together some words that might allude to the fact that he won't grow up to marry a girl. What a powerful thing to tell the world who you love, especially when you're 14 and the world is your mom. When I was his age, I was consumed by the same thing. If only I'd have known him then, together we would sing. Isn't it lovely to think I'll keep meeting people who mean so much to me, who mean so much to me. Thank you. So we've got one tune left. I'm not really sure what encore culture is like in England, but I don't like it. So this will be our final song. I just think it's a bit silly to pretend that you're gonna leave and then you come back, and I think it's a bit embarrassing for everyone. Maybe it's a hot take. But yeah, I'm adamantly anti-encore.
Yeah.
Oh, was that you? Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Speaking of, I have a couple of very important thank yous in order. I'd love for you to give another round of applause for Ray Gabby to my right. Yeah, we've been playing tons of shows together over the last year, and it's just such a joy to play with them every chance I get. So I'm very happy they accepted my invitation to fly a red eye and do a bunch of shows. It was a hard it was a hard, really hard flight.
Ask me about my new nickname.
No, well yeah, sure. I gave him a new nickname that hopefully doesn't stick. Yeah. From the flight. I would also like to thank Mark on sound. Thank you so much. Thank you again to Derek, aka Route 500. I've been such a fan for such a long time, and it's such a joy hearing those tunes live. And we're in about a week's time, I think, actually gonna head up to Edinburgh and do a show up there. My first time in Scotland, your first time in Scotland. We're just kind of popping a bunch of cherries, so to speak. And I would also like to say thank you to Joe for putting on this show. Really dream first show abroad. And thank you to Chris for capturing the whole thing. So, this is a song that is new and is not out, won't be out for God knows how long. But it's still quite near and dear to me, and I think it becomes a little bit more sort of relevant for me by the day. It's a tune that I wrote at this artist residency about an hour north of Montreal in the woods about a year and a half ago. And I wrote it with actually one of my favorite writers in the world, who happens to be my partner. And essentially, Noah wrote a poem in French and then gave it to me, and I translated it into English, and I gave it back to them, and we kind of just did this ping pong of poetry for a while. And the subject was kind of about how awful the world feels right now, but how strange it is to know that and feel that in many ways, but then also feel so good and safe in our kind of cocoon of love. And at the time, we had just moved in together, and it felt just, yeah, so strange to look outside the walls of our house and just literally see the world on fire, but then turn inward and feel good and not really want to turn back outward. And I feel like, for me at least, that has kind of only become more and more true in the last year. I don't like to talk about it too much, but there are some places in the world I'm not allowed to play anymore. So I'm really happy to be here playing tunes for people who want to hear them. And yeah, hope you like this song. And if you'd like to come say hi after, I'll be hanging out over here. I thought I did a pretty good job in prepping for tour, packing, you know, the correct amount of pairs of underwear and making sure my guitar was sounding okay before I left. But the one dummy thing I forgot to do was make sure I had a way to accept merch payments in the UK. So we're gonna figure it out. But I've got some records and some shirts and some CDs and some stickers and I'd love, yeah, I'd love to say hi and sell you stuff. So yeah, with that said, yeah, really thank you for being here. I'm Bells Larsen. We're both Bells Larsen, and yeah, have a great night. My hands are lit by the white light of spring. It's beautiful, divine, and mocking. Close the curtains on the missing winter. Like a carpenter hides his splinter. Painting by your father, salt on the table. Our house is you, it's warm and able. I touch the walls with my fingertips, while whispers of always linger on your lips. I understand. I understand. As the murky waters might swallow what is left, I think I'll live my life in the hollow of your neck. Build a nest with twigs and pieces of what lacks. Let the glaciers run down the slope of our backs. I forget that Montreal's an island when I'm holding you at night, and you dream of its shores eroding, in our apartment the tides overflowing. In your dream your tea dilutes the St. Lawrence River, while we try to write poems for each other. You drift in our room ever weightless. Yes, living together is a strange kind of sweetness. You understand. I understand. As the